All right, today on Cabal Cast, we're back in Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Draft to do a 1 versus 1 video commentary. Found this game on the members tab. It's got a couple of wubs, so it should be quite decent. We have the legendary Technique. He's playing as the green SCrin. And we have UrSuper2B, which I'm not sure who this player is. I did check him out on Shatterbrick, and turns out he only has one account. And he actually played quite a bit of games against Technique. And he won a couple of them, so he should be pretty decent. He's playing as Vanilla Nod. We are on 6 City, and in north here we see Technique playing as his usual green faction. He's got SCrin, and down south is Super. He's playing as the orange Vanilla Nod. So it looks like we'll see what kind of player this guy is. I mean, he played a lot of games against Technique, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. He goes for a couple of militant squads, going to send him to the center of the map. He also has 1 and 2 saboteurs, so he obviously knows that there's 2 tip spikes on this map here. One at the back of your base and one to the left or right side, just before this mountain range here. Technically, we all know what kind of a guy he is. He is the legend in this business right here. He actually grabbed the tip spike way before. It looks like he went for two portals instead of 1. So that's going to be getting his extractor out a little bit slower than what Super did. And Super has a refiner out already, so he's going to be a couple seconds ahead in terms of building radius. Technique also has 3 disintegrator squads going to the bottom half of the map here. He does see that there's militant squads here, so he should be able to chase them all away, if not destroy them. But the problem is he has a buzzer squad here, so going on that building is just instant death. Would have made more sense to just fire upon the buzzer squad. He could have destroyed a lot faster than just going into a garrison structure. But anyway, War Factory is up now, and we see a buggy coming out now by Super, and he's just going to be going straight towards the disintegrator squads. They're going to be trying to destroy the tip spike, and that can be a definitely good pickup. Super is trying to repair it, though, and here comes the buggy. He's just going to be going back and forth, trying to destroy these disintegrator squads before they destroy that tip spike, because if they do, that's a huge pickup there for Technique. I'm going to be forcing him to go as more forward as possible. But I think Super is probably going to lose the tip spike. I mean, he's not doing a whole lot of damage with this radio buggy, and I think he will lose that tip spike, so that's pretty good. Oh no, he gets too close to those disintegrator squads, and those disintegrator squads need to do a couple more shots, and they will take out the tip spike, so that's 10 credits a second down by Super, and now Technique's going to be going in favor of the money advantage. He has 3 and 2 in his field right now. Meanwhile, Super2B has 3 and 2 in this field right as well. He's placed down his 3rd power plant, because when you're playing Vanilla Nod, you have to be placing down 2 power plants instead of 3 power plants instead of 2, like SCrin and GDI can. So he's going to be going to the expansion, both him and Technique's going to be placing his drone ship down at the bottom of this unbuildable terrain. So he's going to be doing the exact same thing he did last time I voted this guy on 6 City. He's probably doing the same thing, maybe tech with his tripods or something. But looks like Super is placing his construction yard on the plateau here, so we could be see, the problem with this is that you have less build radius to go around. You only have a limited amount of space to build a bunch of stuff here. You could build below the central plateau here, but it's a lot more defendable if you just place your construction yard down the bottom here instead of going up here to place your construction yard. But I guess that's what you're doing. We see Technique's going to go for the blue expansion field as well, sending a harvester there, and is Super doing the same thing? No, actually, Technique's going for double blue. He's going to be stealing blue tip from Super side of the map, and he's going to have to do something about this to stop Technique, because if Technique gathers double blue, that could be very, very deadly, because Technique, with his blue tip area, can just instantly get out an insane number of forces. And we see those bikes actually be going towards that northern half of the map here. That harvester is full of blue tip, so he's going to be making a beeline back to base here. There's a couple of secret tanks here to defend against those bikes that are going towards the base. Actually, they stopped. I guess they didn't want to chase that harvester. But at the same time, Technique is actually blowing up the bridge down south there, so he's preventing Super2B from gathering up any blue tip. Now, this is a very, very smart idea. This is why Technique is #1 ever in Kane's Draft. I mean, he's a super smart player. He's using the lightning spike there. Probably not necessary. But I mean, it's a good thing though, because if you do, that leg spike can be pretty good for defenses if Super decides to repair that bridge. So he had to spend $500 trying to get that engineer out and trying to repair the bridge there. But Technique has a fair number of secret tanks coming out now from him, and we see he also has a tier 2 nerf center, so he's gonna be going for the attenuated force fields, and that'll give his secret tanks a little bit more armor. That'll do well against the Scorpion tanks, which I didn't see coming out of there. Double War Factory Scorpion tank production coming out from UrSuper2B, and he's just been going towards the center of the map here. And he does see that there's a lot of secret tanks, and then when they have the 10-48 force fields, it's going to be pretty hard for them to destroy them. But that Harvester was under attack, but Technique got it in time and he phased it. So Technique's going to be bringing in more blue tib on this field. But the problem is that since that Harvester is phased, it cannot repair on the Tiberian field. Once it's out of phase, then it can repair. So Technique's going to be bringing in a lot of money right now. He should have a lot of money. He's at tier 3 right now. He's upgrading something from his technology assembler. Could be shard launches because he has a lot of secret tanks on the field, and can be pretty good. In the meantime, Super2B has to figure out something to do. He's actually going for a lot of infantry, rocket squads and militant squads, so he could be going for some infantry, and Technique's not prepared for this. He could definitely get out a lot of gunwalkers if he wanted to. With the intimidated force fields, it'd be pretty powerful. And these bikes here are going towards the side of the map just to see what they can find. And they find a bunch of secret tanks with intimidated force fields. So, yeah, Super's gonna have to do something. And with the infantry buff with his Scorpion tanks, could be a very powerful combination. I don't see a secret shrine, so he's probably building something right up into his construction right now. He could be a secret shrine. Let's see what it is. And it is a secret shrine. Power's down, but he powered it back up. So he's going for some infantry upgrades. And Technique does have shard launchers. I mean, you see that there's a lot of infantry squads here. There's a nice Boiler Swarm support power coming in, and did take out a number of those militant rocket squads. So that was pretty good. But Technique, he needs anti-infantry, and he needs it now. He's building something from the gravity stabilizer. It could be devastated warships, and that'd be pretty good. That Storm Column's in a fantastic place trying to take out all those bikes, and they do. Even the growth accelerator is going to be out for Technique, so he's going to have he's thinking long term now. But Super2B is coming in with his infantry squads, and they just now got the Confessor leaders, so that's going to be pretty good against infantry. But he's going to have to deal with Technique's going to deal with this, and he does have devastated warships. So devastated warships against infantry is just super powerful. And now that Technique has a lot of gunwalkers here and a lot of secret tanks, he could definitely defend this. I mean, all that Super2B has is just infantry. He split him up with his Scorpion tanks to the north here, destroying a couple of power plants. So that could be problematic for Technique if he did manage to lose his power, because those are upgraded reactors. But Technique is building gunwalkers, he's building the devastated warships to combat this infantry force. And Super2B right now needs to retreat back to base, because I don't think he can really just destroy Technique in this state. He needs a lot more than just infantry and Scorpion tanks if he wanted to destroy Technique. But now this entire time, Super2B hasn't been really building up a whole lot come out Technique's force, because Technique defended this very, very well. He was very smart at getting those attenuated force fields, devastated warships with gunwalkers, and destroying all of the forces, well, almost all the forces that Super2B had. And those Scorpion tanks, you can go back to base for repairs. And Super2B is going to be going for more infantry, as well as some security tanks. Nothing's building out of the war factories. Looks like he wanted to go for a tech lab. Actually, he's a little bit behind. Oh, he does have a tech lab, so he could be going for Redeemer engineering facility, and a Redeemer is definitely what you need against this kind of force here. Technique still has a fair number of secret tanks here, as well as 3 devastated warships as well, so this could be pretty powerful. Not to mention that Technique is just bringing in a bunch of blue tib, and he destroyed both the bridges. So destroying both the bridges has allowed Technique to gather up a lot of blue tib, and if Super2B doesn't do anything about that, he's just going to be building up more and more secret tanks, gunwalkers, or tripods, or hexapod, or devastated warships with the shields. So the shields are going to be pretty good, and this is just super bad. Technique, since he made this map, he made it so that if you have a bunch of devastated warships, you could just camp out here and take out a lot of infantry forces from the distance. But those infantry forces managed to do a good number of damage on those devastated warships. So now Super2B is in a little bit of trouble now. The secret tanks have gone to the back of the base. They do take out an upgraded power plant, so that's going to be pretty good. The Redeemer engineering facility is in a very peculiar position, right behind the operations center, so that's pretty weird. But these secret tanks, they're going to be caught out of position. They're probably going to be countered, or cornered, I should say. And one devastated warship goes down, so Technique not into the task of micromanaging his devastated warships, so he did lose one of them. But these secret tanks are going into a trap now, because Technique blew up that bridge. He's just going to be losing it. Actually, he does take out that refinery, so that's one refinery down by Super2B, and he just managed to destroy all these secret tanks that Technique did have, and he did manage. He probably should destroy that Redeemer engineering facility, but I think he's not going to be able to finish it off, so that's too bad. The Redeemer is out from Super2B, and that's going to be giving him a lot of armor now to destroy Technique, but Technique He's just going to be building non-stop secret tanks and non-stop anti-air. Let's just check the resources for just a second. Right here, Technique has 20,000, and Super2B has 600. So now that Technique is way ahead in the economy race because he's going for blue tib on both the corners of the map. He's just going to be getting up an insane number of tier 3 warships. There's a lot of devastator warships on this map here. They're just all over the place. A couple of devastator warships are destroying the infantry that Super2B does have, while 2 of them they're destroying the rest of their refineries. And actually, there's another devastator warship here that's been left alone. So that here comes the Saboteur right now, and that should take out that devastator warship, no problem. But there's a lot of devastators on the map now. He's going for planetary assault carriers because he has a signal transmitter, and this is very, very powerful because Technique can just go for a mass aircraft, and he also has tripods as well, so that's going to be pretty decent. The blue tip is helping Technique fund this whole operation, and he has a lot of defenses here. He's prepared for anything, anti-air, anti-tank, and anti-infantry, so this is a pretty hard counter to what Super2B has. And Super2B doesn't have a whole lot, does he? Actually, he needs another refinery, and has a harvester stacked up till the day after tomorrow. I mean, holy cow, how many is that? How many is that? Where's my control tabs? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 harvesters lining up for one refinery. That is insane. But actually, Super2B sold off a bunch of his base here. That's not good. Well, then the secret tanks destroyed a couple of the buildings here. So Super2B is in a little bit of trouble. He does have the tip core, so that's going to help him out against these devastator warships. But Jesus, that's all the refineries. There's no refineries left for Super2B. This could be the final blow here. He needs to attack now, but I don't think he can because there's planetary assault carriers here. He is going to take a swing at that storm column here, but without any anti-air defenses, those devastator warships can do a ton of damage. And Super2B, I don't think he has any economy left. He lost both his tip spikes. Well, he has one tip spike in the back of the base, but he can't really fund off of that if any kind. But the Redeemer is coming in now, and he does see that there's planetary assault carriers which can detect Redeemer, and the Redeemer is going to be trying to make full retreat. But there's a couple of tripods on his tail, and he could definitely lose this whole facility. Not to mention there's devastator warship coming from the side of things, as well as the devastator warships. And Super2B, without any more refineries, that's GG for him. So that was actually not too bad of a game. I mean, Super2B allowed Technique to have those blue tip airfields, and because of that, he built up an insanely strong force and was unable to defend against his base with devastator warships. So anyway, this unit scrap is there, structures is here, resources. Technique pulled away a lot because he had those blue tib. NBC 133,418 to Technique, and only 101,710 to Super2B. So $32,000 more to Technique in favor. So that was actually not too bad of a game. All right, so there's your game on 6 City. My name is Cabal, and I'll see you guys next time.